Good evening, everyone. It's Professor Chisholm, and welcome to week 12. Can you believe that already? I cannot believe it. The weeks have gone by so fast. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what's needed. The term ends on Saturday. Do not wait until Sunday to post comments or take the quiz. Yes, there's a quiz, and I've got to open it up. I forgot to do that, but let me do that. So the end of term, it ends on Saturday. Do not wait until Sunday to post comments or take the quiz, okay? So again, note to self. After completing the reading for this week, tell us what you might try in the future or maybe what you already do for motivation and creativity. What are your thoughts on what these designers utilize? Does any of this sound like something you'd try? Does any of it not make sense? Post your thoughts or plans. You know, the thing about it is motivation, it's hard. It's hard sometimes to keep into that creative vibe, right? That you know, and keep that creative for a lack of a better word, juice going, right? Sometimes you'll get into a slump. So the question is, how are you going to motivate yourself? What's going to keep you inspired, right? All right, then the second assignment is to create a typeface. Now, what I recommend is, and I pulled some stuff up, I would start with probably some graph paper is probably your best bet. Now, and what you're going to do is, so on some graph paper, and let me show you what I found, I would suggest that you go ahead and just start, you're going to do the uppercase and the lowercase. And the graph paper is going to help you, okay? Because remember, you've got to make sure that you've got all of the anatomies of the font typeface, right? So you're going to want to make sure that this way, I mean, there's several ways. I have always found that doing it with a grid system, right? We've been doing grid, helps us, right? Because this way we can actually see how it lines up with other ones that you're doing. Now, granted, there's lots of software out there that does this for you before, but I think it can give you a really good appreciation if you do it by hand. I will tell you right now, my very first project that I had to do was to make a font, and we actually used a book as inspiration. So we had to pick our favorite book, and then from that book create a font. Now, you could do your favorite food, you could do, you know, whatever inspires you. But the whole thing about if you use graph paper, then you can go ahead and get the cap height, the X height, the baseline. You can get that all lined up. And then you can look at your ligatures and your ascenders and your descenders and your terminals, right? And you can get this all, and whether or not you're going to have a serif or sans serif, right? Or you're going to do a fancy one, it's all up to you. So the thing about it is, as the assignment says, it's not going to be perfect, okay? I actually had 12 weeks to do my font, and you guys have 7 days, okay? So just try your hand at it, do the best. The whole point is I should be able to look at it and see that there's a style to the font and that they all belong together. That you just didn't randomly, that you actually put some thought into what each letter was going to look like, and that there's unity and continuity between the letter forms, right? That's what I'm looking for. So I think you should have fun. I will tell you, because think of it this way, you know, I had to learn everything. My first couple of semesters, I had to do everything by hand because they wanted me to know what it was like prior to the digital world. And trust me, I have a whole new appreciation for beginning graphic designers and what they had to go through. And I also look at it this way: if we actually lost power and we didn't have computers, I could still do work if I really wanted to, right? All right, so that's that assignment. So please reach out to me if you have any questions. And yes, you do have a quiz, and I just have to, it's hidden right now, but I'm going to open that up as soon as I'm done with this, okay? But it's been a pleasure, guys, to be able to facilitate this course for you. Please know that I want nothing but the best for you as you continue your studies here at Bellevue, all right? All right, guys, as always, have a productive week and do great things.